This is going to be my controversial parenting tag. I'm going to start off with saying this is how I see things. This may not be how you see things. That's okay. That's fine. We're all human. Let's get on with this. Number one, pro-life versus pro-choice. I can say I'm more pro-choice. I'm pro-life for myself. I would never get an abortion, but I am pro-choice for others. What they do to their bodies is their business, not mine. I do not get into their business. So, pro-choice for others. I would never get an abortion myself. That is why I'm 16 and have a baby. Baby wearing. Baby wearing is okay in my opinion. I don't see an issue with that. I don't see why that should be a big debate. Baby wearing, okay, let's just walk around with your baby in like a backpack thing. They can breathe. It's easy for you to clean. I've done it before while I was cleaning. Makes it a heck of a lot easier. Circumcision. I'm for circumcision. I'm pro circumcision. It is cleaner. And how can I put it? There is a lot more health risk for your foreskin than if you don't get circumcised. If you get circumcised, it helps a lot of health issues that maybe in the future when you're like 40, you might have to be circumcised because of your foreskin. And I've known somebody that has had that done, and they woke up with an erection the next day, and it popped all the stitches. And he was bleeding really, really bad. And he had to go to the hospital and get restitched. Okay, adoption. Oh my god, adoption is like the best invention ever. Like, for me, say, if I didn't want to keep my daughter, which I did, and I'm very happy I have her, I would have gave her up for adoption, because honestly, that is something that can save a life. So, adoption is good. Okay, baby piercings. I'm okay with it if it's a little girl. If it's a little boy, then I don't see the point of piercing anything. If it's a little girl, it's okay to pierce her ears or whatever. I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's your business, your baby. Breast milk versus formula. I am breast is best, but my daughter, due to her coming out with a suck scar, which means that right here, I'm sorry, I'm using another phone to do this. Right here, she had a mark where she was sucking on her thumb and my womb. So immediately the doctors had to throw a pacifier in her mouth, which means that ruined any chance of me breastfeeding. Also, I have inverted nipples. If you don't know what that is, go Google that. I'm not going to sit here and talk about my nipples. Spanking. I'm okay with spanking. I come out fine. I was spanked. There's things that people get confused with spanking is beating and spanking. Spanking, my parents spanked me. My parents did not beat me in no way, shape, or form, and it was always a last go-to, and I'm okay with that, and I will do that to my daughter. But corners, go to your room, talks will come first, just like my parents did me, and like I said, I come out just fine. Co-sleeping. I'm completely for co-sleeping, as long as you're doing it in your bed, and like the baby cannot fall off your bed, there's no chance of you rolling over on the baby, then that is okay. Like me, I sleep completely still. I co-sleep with my daughter sometimes, and she's still alive. She doesn't fall off the bed or anything. Home versus public versus private versus charter. I was put in a public school, I was put in a private school, and I was put in a home school. Whenever I say put in a home school, well, I guess you could say a charter school. I've been homeschooled too. I was online school. So I have done all of them, and my favorite is, I'd have to say, private. And that is probably most likely, I'm sorry, what my daughter will be attending as private school. If I can afford it, that is, because that was pretty expensive. Vaccinations. I'm for vaccinations. They're there for a reason. They were invented for a reason. I'm pro vaccinations. I get my vaccinations. My daughter gets her vaccinations. And my fiance gets his vaccinations. Pro vaccinations. It's healthier. And it keeps you from catching a whole lot of ick that you don't want. Medicating children. I'm for medicating children. If she is in horrible dire pain and she won't stop screaming, this has happened before, I will give my baby Tylenol. Got a problem with me making my baby feel better? Then, oh well. I don't care. Cloth versus disposable diapers. I use disposable diapers for my daughter. Cloth diapers, a lot of people don't realize, by the time you have clean, washed, dried, everything else to them cloth diapers, plus the amount that they, plus the amount of money that they cost, which are really expensive from what I've seen, they equal out to disposable diapers, honestly. People always talk about how much their cloth diapers are, and that's all that they have to pay. No, that's really not. Because you still have to pay the money for you to wash them and dry them. Laundry detergent. Cry it out method. I'm for the cry it out method. I let my daughter cry it out sometimes when it's needed. It's just, sometimes I can't get her to stop crying, and when that gets to that point, I just let her cry, but I put her in her crib to where she cannot harm herself, and nothing can harm her. And there's a difference from crying it out and screaming. I do not let her scream in her crib. I will go and pick her up, go and give her her pacifier, go make sure everything's okay. I am not for letting your baby scream in their crib. That is wrong and unhumane. How would you like it if you were in your bed screaming and nobody would come and help you or come and see what's wrong? That really makes me upset whenever people get a lot of these things mixed up and they bash on some people about it, and they're thinking one thing and the other person's probably thinking something completely different. And yeah, so that was my conventional parenting tag. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow our journey. Bye guys!